Hello YouTube, this is Amey Bane and welcome back to my YouTube channel. No, it's not a vlog because most of the time when I do any vlog I start like this by holding my camera into my hands. This is also a tutorial, but before starting the tutorial let me tell you why I am on terrace right now. Couple of days I was not active on social media, right? Not actually on all social media. I was not active on YouTube. I didn't uploaded any videos on YouTube, but I really want to give you guys so many tutorials that you can't even handle, and I want you guys to learn everything that I learned into my Premiere Pro, Lightroom, Photoshop and After Effects. There are always some things which stops you from what you are doing, what you are trying to do. Okay, so the first thing, पूरे बिल्डिंग का काम चालू है जिसकी वजह से it's always noisy from all of the sides of building, so I can't shoot any of my footages in my home because it's always noisy. Second thing, I was sick. As you can hear from my voice, it's little bit different because I was sick from about 4 to 5 days. Third thing, two tutorials which I have did before this one. In those tutorials I have screen recorded the whole process of editing and then voice over in the post processing, so it is a little bit hard to make those voiceovers and match with that screen recording. So I was thinking that I should give you tutorials by actually editing in front of the camera so I can connect with you guys more, but unfortunately it is impossible for me. I don't have any proper place where I can shoot all of my videos. Fourth thing, which is the videos you saw before this tutorial was totally shot between 5 to 7 p.m. because that is the only time when there is no one at my home and I can shoot my videos peacefully and think about something which I can upload more to YouTube and Instagram. Fifth thing, my camera again broke. It is not working again, so yeah. So enough with my problems, let's start with the tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to stabilize your footages in Premiere Pro with the help of warp stabilization. But most of the people know how to use warp stabilization because you just want to pick up that warp stabilization and drag into your footage. But I saw that no one has ever made a video by going in depth of warp stabilization settings. So there are too many settings which you can play with and get the best result out of it. So let's jump into the Premiere Pro and start our tutorial. So here we are into the Premiere Pro, and as you can see on the screen, this is the clip which we are going to stabilize. So for using warp stabilization, what you need to do is go to the effects control panel and search for warp stabilization, and as you can see a effect called as warp stabilizer VFX. Drag that effect onto your clip which you want to stabilize and just wait for the magic to happen because there is so much going to change in your footage. It takes a lot of time to get stabilized, but when it works, it really works very well. But sometimes it doesn't because when the camera angle of the video is changing randomly, the warp stabilization might not work that much well. And under the effects control panel, you can see how much progress has been done by warp stabilization. As you can see, sometimes it shows the time, how much time is remaining to complete the warp stabilization of this video, or sometimes it shows percentage on how much percentage is done in the stabilization of the footage. Okay, so here you go, and at this point you are almost done in the process of warp stabilization. But if you want a better output, you need to look out into these settings under the warp stabilization. But first, before going into the settings, you can check out the result after giving the warp stabilization to this footage. There's a hole in my soul. I can't feel it, and there's a hole in my soul. Can you feel it?
You have always worn your flaws upon your sleeve, and I have
As you can see, there is result, and there are two options: smooth motion and no motion. If you are going to choose no motion, of course it is not going to stabilize your footage, and it is almost similar to not using warp stabilization. So you always need to keep it on smooth motion. Of course it is obvious. And under smoothness, this is important part. If you want your footage more smooth and you are not happy with your results, you can increase this smoothness, and you can go with any number you want. Just remember one thing: if you are increasing this smoothness of the footage, the video is going more smoother, but warp stabilization is going to zoom into your video. So you can either have more smoothness or you can either have more scale. So you need to find that sweet spot where it fits perfectly for your footage. There are more settings like position, scale, rotation, perspective, and subspace warp. These are the settings you need to consider according to your footage. If in the original video which you are going to stabilize with the warp stabilization, it is only going to change its position, you can choose position. If it is going to change its position, scale, and rotation, you should choose position, scale, and rotation over here. And if it is changing its perspective in any angle, you can choose between perspective or subspace warp. But most of the time, if any of this not working for you, you can choose subspace warp for best result. Okay, so as I said earlier, if you are going to increase the smoothness, you are going to lose your data, and your warp stabilization is going to zoom into your footage. So if you want to still preserve the scale and increase the smoothness, you need to check on this box which says preserve scale. And after ticking on this box, you can see that there is a little bit zoom out into the video. That helps to give you more data into your video, but also keep the smoothness as it is. So under the preserve scale, there is one more setting called as border. I think you should not go deep into these borders, but for the sake of knowledge, I'm going to tell you about this border tab. So here you can check out different settings like stabilize only, stabilize crop auto scale, and stabilize synthesize edges. So by default, the setting of these borders are on stabilize, crop, and auto scale, and it is the best setting if you want the footage to look smooth. If you are going to choose stabilize only, it is going to stabilize the footage but not going to crop your footage. So you will see these black bars around your footage. So stabilize, crop, and auto scale is the setting which you want to select. And under the auto scale, you can see how much warp stabilization has zoomed into the footage. It is given as 126. The normal scale of the footage is 100, and that means the warp stabilization has zoomed into the footage by 26%. And I suggest you should not play with this additional scale, because it is just going to lose more data and it is going to zoom into your footage, and of course you don't want it, right? And under advanced tab, this is the most important thing. If your footage is not working, it is looking very bad after using warp stabilization, then you can head in this section called as detailed analysis, which is under advanced tab. And if you are going to check this box of detailed analysis, you need to, I think, wait for at least 15 minutes for just 15-second clip. Okay, because detailed analysis take a hell lot of time but do its work. But I suggest that you should not use detailed analysis, because it does not make that much difference considering the time it takes to go for that detailed analysis. And yeah, that's it for today, guys, and that's how you can stabilize your footage in your Premiere Pro. And trust me, it really works well if you are going to play with these settings under the warp stabilization. So yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, just don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And yes, comment down below how was this tutorial, and if it helped you to gain some knowledge, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, see you in the next video. Sayonara.